Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to Fairfield ISD on this first day of in-service. All you new guys, I want to welcome y'all. 21 years ago, I sat where you're sitting right now. And amazed at this point that 21 years later, I'm still in Fairfield. When you come to a district as a new coach, hair on fire, ready to go, coach at every level, you probably expect to move around a lot. But when I got here, there were some characteristics of this community that I really liked and that kept me here, kept my family here, and I think that decision's been a good one. Before we get started, there's a pen that we talk about every year, pretty much every year as a staff. We give out a pen. The pen this year was ordered early in the summer. This pen has several words on it. It's a little square, a little cube here. It's got the words harmony, collaborate, unite, cooperate, teamwork, and alliance. And those are all words that epitomize, in my mind, what happens in Fairfield, the type of community that it is. Like I said, this pen was ordered pretty early in the summer, and basically it was ordered because we feel like our community and our school district, we have those characteristics that are named on this pen. Throughout the summer, though, there have been several occasions that have really brought to the forefront how this pen does describe our district and our community. We've had, deaths in families. We've had people lose their job. We've had people move. We've had a lot of different things go on during the summer that have really epitomized, like I say, the words that are here on this pen. Just right before school started, after football season, after football practice started. We had a death in the family. One of our families here within the district, a coach and a teacher's aide. And the support, the unity, all those things that are on this pen really showed up and made a huge difference in their lives. I think it made a huge difference in the life of our district. And like I say, 21 years later, I'm here because of these things. And I'm hoping that 21 years later, you'll still be here as a new teacher coming in today as a 21-year veteran of the district in 21 years. And that would be really exciting to me. All right, so enough of the sob story. We have an annual report here that we need to look at. And this annual report has several things that will interest you and give you an idea of the educational things that go on within our district. All right, our first slide here is our population subgroup. This is the subgroup that makes up our population here at school. All right, we are about 60% white, 17% African American, 20% Hispanic, and then we have 3% other, which includes several young people from different countries, India, China, all over the world. I think this number has changed some since I've been here in the 21 years. Our Hispanic population has increased, but that increase in Hispanic population has brought a very good mix of students to our school, especially at the lower levels, at the elementary levels. The culture that they're bringing into the school has been a very positive thing. We have little kids that are in pre-K and kindergarten that are bilingual, and their parents coming in helping in situations where there needs to be translation and that kind of thing go on has been a very positive thing at our elementary school, and I'm hoping as those guys get older that we'll see even more of that. All right, here are our special service populations. This is how we break down compared to the state of Texas. Notice there that we are a little below the state in economic disadvantage, a little below in GT. We're a little below the state in just about in all of these categories. Our at-risk population is lower, and that's a positive thing for our district. All right, here's our AEIS information from this 2011 and 12 year. Notice that these things here, even though we're below the state and some of those other things, we're above the state in most of these characteristics right here. Is attendance, We have an attendance rate of 96.2, above the state average. Our dropout rate is 0.2, which we want it to be 0, and that's getting better every year. We've done a good job on decreasing that dropout rate. Notice our SAT scores are higher than the state average. Our ACT score is a little lower, but I don't think that's an indication of anything derogatory about our district. I think that we do a good job of teaching students subject matter, and we don't do a lot of time teaching tests. Okay, so I think that may be that right there. 70% of our students are college bound. We have students that attend every university in the state of Texas and all over the nation. And we've had, graduates from Dartmouth and Harvard and just about anywhere you want to go. Okay, graduates since I've been here that are doctors, lawyers, any kind of profession you can imagine. Our K through 12 retention rate, notice, is a little above the state, 1.9 compared to 1.8. At the lower levels, we make sure that those guys are ready to move on. Okay, if they're a kindergartner who's struggling a little bit and would benefit from another year in kindergarten, we try to make sure that that happens and make sure that they're ready to move on to that next level. First grade, which is one of the hardest grades that they have to go to, real difficult. We probably have a little higher retention rate in first grade than we have in the other grades, but that ends up being a positive thing. All right, our serious offense, notice there we're at a 0. State of Texas is above 2. That goes a long way in describing our community as a whole. People in our district, parents, the stakeholders of our district, really require their kids to act right. We have great kids in our community, we have great families in our community, and that's reflected in these numbers right here. Our student-teacher ratio is 12.7 to 1. That kind of helps out when you look up there at the SAT scores and ACT scores. If you have fewer students in the class, that means that the class is going to get more attention from the teacher, and there's going to be a positive thing take place there. All right, here's our end of course, the high school end of course results. Notice that all of these are above state level. Also, if you compare our school to schools, other schools in the rankings, we are compared with 20 other schools. Notice that we are first, second, or third on each of those lists. We send these kids to college ready to compete at that next level. All right, here's 3rd through 8th grade STAR test results. Notice that those also are very good compared to the state level. Okay, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, all real good. We have some issues when we get down to 8th grade, but I think that has a lot to do with just 8th graders. So I think we'll see those improve. All right, here's our salary, and those of you who are a new addition to the district, you'll see that our salary is very comparable with the state average. Being a district that's kind of rural and out in the middle of nowhere, you have to be competitive if you want to get the best teachers and keep the best teachers. So our district average is a little bit below the state average, but not a lot. Our support staff, a little below. Campus administration is a little above, and central office is right there at that level also. All right, our finances. This is probably one of the biggest things that's affected our district in the past few years. At one point in time, when I came to the district 21 years ago, it was pretty much whatever you wanted, needed, like to have, financially you could get. With the advent of Chapter 41 and us writing a check to the state of Texas and about equal to what we spend, that's kind of slowed down. Okay, so we want to look at finances. Finances are hugely important in what goes on within our district. All right, so with that being said, just kind of reiterate a little bit about what's going on. Small district, very close, very tight-knit. We've got great kids. We're thinking that as we go through the year that you guys will really enjoy it, and as you go through your career, hopefully, your career will be long here at Fairfield ISD. Thank you very much.